Hey, what's up guys? It's your boy E, back again with another action figure review, and today we are looking at the Hasbro Marvel Legends Iron Man Mark III from the Infinity Saga line. It's not really a wave, they're all single releases, but this is a series of figures that they are releasing in honor of this Infinity Saga. So I guess we'll call it the Infinity Saga line. We got a whole bunch of releases coming soon. Odin and Thor, Fat Thor from Endgame. And we got some 2-packs coming out, so I'm super stoked about it. It's all MCU, and it's all figures that are much needed. So this is a perfect example of what's been much needed for a while. It's the Mark III Iron Man. We have not seen this since the original Iron Man movie figures way back in 2007, 2008, whenever they released them. So pretty stoked to see this guy finally get released. Here he is in the front of the package, of course. No Build-A-Figure. It's not a Build-A-Figure wave. Here is the side art, and it looks like we can make a little collage mural. Kind of like the 10th anniversary of the MCU series that had that, if you put all the boxes side by side, it makes an image. Here's the backside showing the original poster for the original Iron Man movie, the movie that started it all. And the read up on the left side reads, Tony Stark takes on the world's worst villains in the Mark III suit, a technological wonder equipped with a variety of stunning enhancements and upgrades. Now, big shout out to Big Bang, but you can actually pick up this figure from Big Bad Toy Store, and I'm not kidding, in case you are doubtful, because everyone always doubts me when I say this. Here is another one I have on order with BBTS. This was sent to me yesterday, BBTS pre-order arrival notice, and if we get closer, you can see it's not focusing. There you go, you can kind of see that. Marvel Legends Infinity Saga Iron Man Mark III. It's in my pile of loot now, so that's my second version to keep mint on card. So as you see, retailers are starting to ship this guy out. So click that link down in the description below to order yourself a Iron Man Mark III. So here we have our Mark III Iron Man, Marvel Legends from the Infinity Saga. This is how he comes packed in. We have the flip up face mask head sculpt attached on the body so we can see the Tony Stark face from within. So that's pretty dope. I like that. We don't get a totally unhelmeted version. That would have been cool. But seeing that we have an upcoming Tony Stark and Thanos 2-pack, that head sculpt is probably the best RDJ head sculpt for Tony Stark out, and I hope we can swap it with this one. I heard something about maybe they made it unswappable because of the neck and head combo, I think, but I'm not sure. I need to look back at it. But if that's the case, that's unfortunate. Missed opportunity to pack in a, completely unmasked version in this. But I will take this. I'll take something over nothing. So I'll definitely take the flip up, because we actually don't get the flip up face mask that often. So it's pretty dope. I like it. So this is the OG. The Mark III is actually the first red and gold armor Iron Man created in the MCU, because the Mark I was the armor that he built in a cave with a bunch of scraps, and then the Mark II was the all silver version, which was when he was kind of testing it out, and then he painted it with the hot rod red and the gold, giving us the Mark III. Now my favorite armor, this is up there. Mark IV is actually another one that I really love, which is the one he wore when he was on the donut, when he was eating the donut over, I think it was in Iron Man 2. So Mark III and Mark IV are awesome armors. So I really do hope they give us a Mark IV too eventually. Anyways, let's get into the actual contents of this figure here. Of course, we'll get a regular helmet. And the red, as we will see when we take a closer look at the figure, the red is that marbleized, shimmery, nice, metallic looking red. It's the way the plastic is made, and it's pretty dope. I like it. And then we got the same effect there for the gold. The eyes are white, and then we got the black at the mouthpiece there. We get a pair of fists on the figure itself that comes packed in, and then we get a pair of open hands, and these open hands come posed already. They don't hinge or anything, so they're pre-posed, already fixed in that blasting position. And note that there's no peg holes for blasting effects. There's no blasting effects in this release. We always do get that with Iron Man, but I'm sure we all have blasting effects lying around. But either way, we can't plug it in because of the fact there's no peg hole. I'm fine with it. I don't need it. I don't need another set of the same blasting effects that we've been getting for every Iron Man. I'm cool. I don't pose my Iron Mans all in the same way anyway, so I don't need it. Not anything cry over, because we get some pretty dope accessories here that we never gotten before, like these rocket effects. Well, they're not really an effect, but these rocket pieces that you can peg into his forearm when he shoots that missile to the tank and it blows up as he walks away from the Iron Man 1 movie. You can recreate that scene. Then we get this piece here, so you can either attach the rockets or attach this piece, and then we have just a regular normal piece here to attach. As you see, it doesn't come with it attached, so if you don't want to attach the missile or anything at all, you can make it look normal with that piece right here. So now it's like, you know, nothing. And that is it. That's everything he comes with. I do want to take a look at the missile attached, so let's see how this looks on here. It pegs in pretty nicely, and I do like how they painted it black and gold. And there you go, just a quick look at him with the arm extended out, shooting or about to shoot those missiles or those rockets from his forearm. Pretty dope. And then we have the other alternate piece attached to the arm there. And this, I want to say this is when he makes like a little shield when they're shooting at him and he blocks bullets with it. I could be wrong. Really can't remember, but I know he has that. I just don't know if he had that in Iron Man 1 or not. But it's the only thing I can think of when I see this piece here. So it's either that or it's just him, you know, tinkering with his armor and whatnot, having it open there. So, but I do like the detail from within. It's not just, you know, nothing or anything like that. It's actually, you know, sculpted and painted, so that's dope. And here's a look at him with the open hands attached to the figure. So this will make for some real cool Iron Man poses, of course. Alright, so here is our traditional close-up look of the figure, and we'll start off with the head sculpt. I think that looks pretty good, to be honest with you. That looks good. I can see Robert Downey Jr. there. See that they still tried to use the face tech, the face printing, so it looks good. The back side and going down to the torso. Of course, this is an all new sculpt. Looks phenomenal. Looks great. There is the arc reactor. They painted it white with blue around the rim there, and then we get some, you know, spray of that light on the actual armor around it. It's not too much. It's done perfectly, so I dig it. We get some black around the neck there. We get black at the upper chest area. Got these shoulder guards here. We get, at least mine has some of that white powder that we started seeing on Marvel Legends recently. Whatever they use in the factory, it leaves this white powder on the figure sometimes, so this figure has some of that. Just have to wipe it off. But overall, the figure is in this red marbleized, very metallic looking plastic. It's very nice. I like it. You can see how the light bounces off of it. It's shiny, very glossy. And you can see the sculpt, all the lines there for this armor. Going down to the legs. And the feet, of course, we do still get a little bit of paint there. And on the back side, just look at the back side of the figure. There's your close look. And then there's a look at him with the regular helmet head sculpt attached. Alright, so the head sits on a ball jointed peg, that new, you know, neck joint they've been using lately. So when he looks up about this high up. That's without help from the, of course, the chest. You will be able to look further up if you use that. Looking down, he looks down about this much here. We got the head on a swivel. Deep head tilts. That is, of course, possible because of that ball jointed peg. The arms will go all the way around, forward and back, in and out. See how the shoulder guards or the shoulder armor does not get in the way, does not hinder it. It's a soft, very pliable plastic, so it is good. We have a bicep swivel. We have double jointed pinless elbows here. And then we have swivel at the wrist with a regular hinge on the fisted hands, of course. As I showed earlier, the open hands do not articulate, they don't hinge. We have a diaphragm joint that swivels left and right. It goes all the way back about that far, and it goes forward about this far. So the going back part is always important, because if you want to get him to fly, you gotta move that torso up like that, and boom, check that out. You can easily get him in a flying pose. So that's always good. We don't get any waist articulation, not really needed. But what we do get is drop down legs, which is interesting. We don't really see drop down legs on Marvel Legends that much. So pretty cool. We see this a lot with G.I. Joes. So that, I mean, oof, look at that kick forward. Lots of range there. In and out about this far. We get thigh swivels. We get double jointed single pinned knees, which is kind of weird to say. One pin only, the other pin is not there. So we get pinless at the shin and a pin at the thigh. So kind of weird they went, you know, with that, but it is what it is. It looks okay because it's in armor, so you can kind of blend it in with the design, so it's fine. We have a hinge at the ankle. We get the rocker, and then I also do get a swivel at the ankle there. Alright, so here is the comparison that I've been waiting to do. This is the original Mark III Marvel Legends, I guess. It wasn't really called Marvel Legends, it was just the Iron Man Hasbro 6-inch wave, but it's technically, yeah, Marvel Legend. Next to our new and improved Infinity Saga Marvel Legends Iron Man Mark III, you could just see the scale, the height difference there alone is insane. How could any human being fit in this armor? I don't know. He must be real small. So that's one thing that's important with Iron Man, is he's got to be tall, he's got to be big, because there's a human being from within. Inside of the armor there is a person, so it's got to look like there is, or that you could fit somebody inside of it. So clearly with this one you can, especially when you compare him next to this one here. And this is actually, I think they released 2 Mark III's in this original wave of figures, and this is the one that had the unmasked, you know, sliding off. You can take a look at that head sculpt here, which isn't too bad for 2008, to be honest. It's not too terrible, and it's not face printing tech or anything, but this also had a removable chest piece too. So let's go ahead and pop in the unmasked head, or the, you know, the pop-up face mask head on this one and see how they stack up. Alright, so there you go. There's a look at them, both showing their faces. And if you really want to get up close and personal, here's a look at those face sculpts, even, you know, closer. And man, what a difference. Hasbro, you guys have come a long way. Congrats. A long way. Look at that. And now here he is next to another amazing MCU Iron Man figure. This is the Mark VII from the first Avengers movie, and they released this with the 10th anniversary line of Marvel Legends, something very similar to this Infinity Saga line of Legends. So that's why I'm super excited for what's coming out in this Infinity Saga line, and hopefully they continue it on, because they could literally continue on. This isn't an anniversary or nothing. You're not constrained or limited to this year alone. You can continue this for many years, you know. So anyways, let's continue. You can see here they're about the same height, which they should be. Very nicely done in the scale here. This one's a little bit more bulkier. It's got some more thicker armor pieces, and it's definitely in scale. Looks fantastic, just next to this Mark III. Up next here we have him next to the SH Figuarts Iron Man Mark III figure. And Bandai Tamashii SH Figuarts always scale smaller than Marvel Legends, so this is no surprise. He is very small. So this is a great figure. Awesome articulation, awesome accessories and all, but definitely if you want a more realistic scale, then you might have to lean towards the cheaper version, which is the Marvel Legends Infinity Saga version right here. You can clearly see a big difference in paint job too. Now I know the Mark III had a darker red, so this might be a little bit on the bright side, but it's still a good red in my opinion. But you could just see very drastic when you see it next to how dark the SH Figuarts version is. It might be a little too dark, you know. Either the Marvel Legends is too bright or the SH Figuarts is too dark. There's got to be a balance in the middle. And here he is next to Captain America. This is from the 10th anniversary 2-pack with, I think, Crossbones he came with. Still a great MCU cap. And just to take a look at him next to this cap, clearly Iron Man would be taller inside the armor. So it looks okay. We are getting a new cap with the Infinity Saga, which is the remake of the it's the Infinity War Captain America with the beard, so stoked about that one too. And that, folks, will do it for my review of the Hasbro Marvel Legends Infinity Saga Iron Man Mark III figure. Definitely much needed upgrade. Much needed upgrade for this armor. Very happy that Hasbro is going back and making this Infinity Saga series, because it's just an easy way of releasing these figures we've never gotten before, or figures that we need to remake. They need upgrades, they need updates, badly. This was a perfect example of one that needed a super upgrade compared to what we've had before. The only thing is, now it makes me want to keep going. I want them to definitely remake Mark 1. And not that 10th anniversary reissue they released, back when they released that 2-pack. We are getting an upgraded Ironmonger. It is upgraded, it is updated, it's a whole new sculpt. Way better than what that original sculpt ever was. So that is what I mean. Hopefully they give us a Mark 1 at the very least, because I do want a Mark 2 as well. Like I said, this just makes me want to continue on and get all of the armors upgraded and updated, but definitely will take Mark 1 for sure. I'm going to go ahead and close it out here, because I will keep on rambling about this, so I don't want to do that. Before I close it out, do me a favor and check out Dan Hu's review of this. He actually reviewed it first, and he has a good take on it. So always great to get multiple views from multiple different people and see what they think of the figure. And he's an awesome reviewer too, so shout out to him. Alright guys, leave a like, comment down below your thoughts, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. As always, take care and have a great day. Bye.
That's crispy.